Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Ministry of Transport and Communications unveils the logistics strategy of the Sultanate 2014 to 2040. Oman Travel Medicine Conference reviews a draft roadmap to develop the travel medicine service in the Sultanate. And Muscat Festival concludes its activities with wide participation of visitors. Those were the headlines, and now for the news in detail. His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed bin Salem Al Fataisi, Minister of Transport and Communications, unveiled the logistics strategy of the Sultanate 2014 to 2040 to be implemented by establishing Oman Logistics Centre. The strategy will focus on four main pillars represented in markets, technology and streaming trade, and human capital. His Excellency explained that the strategy will work to improve logistics services in the Sultanate as to be among the best 30 countries in the world by the advent of 2020 and among the best 10 countries in 2040. It also aims to increase the contribution of logistics sector to the gross domestic product, raise the Omani market's share in the good flow to the region, and expand the volume of job opportunities to be availed by the logistics sector. Oman Logistics Centre will work to develop systems, laws and procedures and enable the private sector to invest in the sector and manage the logistics services as per the best international practices. The implementation of the National Strategy for Logistics Services came after studies showed that the Sultanate's ability to utilise the current infrastructure of Sahar, Salalah and Duqm ports, railway, airports and roads, which will enhance the goods movement from the Sultanate and to the region and the world. Over 2 days of scientific sessions and discussions related to travel medicine, Oman Travel Medicine Conference was inaugurated in Muscat. The event is being organised by the Ministry of Health in cooperation with Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Glasgow in the United Kingdom. The inauguration ceremony was held under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Talib Al-Hinai, Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Health for Planning Affairs. The conference aims to discuss the Sultanate's preparations for the introduction of travel medicine service, plus opportunities and challenges that may face this service, and exchange of expertise in the field. It also highlights the significance of following procedures before travelling, with regard to instructions and taking all vaccinations and preventive medicines for some diseases, such as malaria and others. The event is the first of its kind in the region. It is attended by specialists from the United Kingdom and Denmark and around 200 physicians and nurses from inside and outside the Sultanate. With the aim of improving medical cadres in the field of laboratories, Sir University College held the events of the first National Conference for Laboratories Medicine at the level of the Governorate of South Sharqiya. The conference, which a number of doctors and specialists in the field of laboratories medicine in the Sultanate participated in, seeks to make participants aware of the importance of laboratories and its role in the health field. The conference included a number of work papers and specialised medical research in haematology, cardiology, self-genetic immunity and modern means in treatments. Activities of Muscat Festival will be concluded today at the Marina in the Wave project in the Wilaya of Sib, after 30 days of creativity and entertainment in Al Nasim and Al Amrat parks and Al Hel North Beach. The conclusion ceremony will have a number of Omani traditional arts and some creative shows. At the end of the ceremony, government and society authorities and group of participants in the festival activities will be honoured. Muscat Festival started its activities on the 15th of January with the participation of 42 institutions. Still to come in our news bulletin. Tens of thousands of people in Madagascar are battling floods after storms. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. In its first station in the Governorate of Dakhiliya, Youth Understanding Forums stressed the significance of instilling on the young generation the culture of dialogue and understanding and enhancing the role of non-government organizations in nation building and development. The event aimed to enable youths from various governorates of the Sultanate and develop their skills. It also discussed the role of civil society in promoting Nizwa as the capital of Islamic culture for 2015. With the participation of 150 shooters from various wilayas of the Sultanate, the traditional shooting competition was held at Khafdi ground in the wilaya of Rostok. It came to preserve Omani traditional sports. The competition included individual contest in teams contest in clay pigeon shooting. At the end of the event, winning individuals and teams were honoured. About 25 Daesh fighters, led by several suicide bombers, attacked Ain al-Assad airbase in Iraq's Anbar province, but were repulsed by Iraqi security forces guarding the perimeter, who killed most of the assailants. Rear Admiral John Kirby, the Pentagon press secretary, told reporters in Washington that U.S. Marines training Iraqi military troops at the sprawling base were about 2 miles away and were not involved in the fight. Rescuers attempted to refloat more than 170 pilot whales which beached themselves on New Zealand's northern coast. Around 25 of the animals died after being stranded on Farewell Spit in Golden Bay, according to Television New Zealand. More were expected to die as night fell and hampered attempts to refloat them. Tropical storms batter Madagascar during the rainy season, leaving tens of thousands of people in flooded homes. More details in the following report.
Struggling to carry on with everyday life in the Madagascan capital, Antananarivo. 2 tropical storms have hit the island nation in the past 3 weeks, leaving 80 people dead and 180,000 others battling against the floodwaters.
All the children are sick. Adults have problems with their eyes and sore throats caused by germs in the dirt. Something has to be done. We complained to the district council but didn't get any help. And then we complained to the authorities. But no one cares about us.
Madagascar is hit by cyclones and hurricanes every year, but with no means of protection and no flood evacuation system, they often cause considerable damage and disruption.
Our feet are in water when we cook every day. There's nothing we can do about it. There's nowhere else to stand. We had to find some old bits of wood to construct a little passageway to move around the house. We wade through water to get to our beds. We can't even wash our feet before getting in, so the beds are all wet. These are the hardships we are living through every day.
The government has appealed to the international community for help in assisting victims and rebuilding infrastructure. They expect the bill to reach €30 million. And the pressure for action is on, with fears diseases may emerge from the unsanitary conditions.
So
far we haven't received any help from the state, only from the World Food Programme, who made a visit here. It's a misery that we relive every year. Floods, garbage. Some people aren't strong enough to deal with it and get sick, and then we see infectious diseases emerge, such as the plague and cholera.
Madagascar is already fighting against an outbreak of the plague that has killed 71 people since September. It's hoped help for these flood-hit communities will come quickly before more lives are lost.
And now for the general weather forecast. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate, with clouds moving towards northern governorates of the Sultanate and chances of clouds and fog in the governorates of South Sharqiya, Worcester and Dhafar, and coastal areas of the Sea of Oman. Winds will be northeasterly light to moderate along the coasts of Sea of Oman, while it will be southeasterly light to moderate along the rest of the Sultanate. Seas will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 1.5 metres. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Ministry of Transport and Communications unveils the logistics strategy of the Sultanate 2014 to 2040. Oman Travel Medicine Conference reviews a draft roadmap to develop the travel medicine service in the Sultanate. And Muscat Festival concludes its activities with wide participation of visitors. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.